Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, hello, wherever in the world you might be tuning in to HopEUm from. My name is Trevor Quickshaw Henry. I am your host for the fifth episode of for the fifth episode of Europe's best League of Legends podcast. No, but seriously, welcome to the show. We've got a really good one planned for you today. We're about to invite two members of the most famous, most impressive, frankly, one of the most hopeful things that's happened to League of Legends in a while in Crowny and Velia. Following that, we'll bring our regular guests in of Keltis, Breeze, and Sendo to break down each of the series that has already happened in round one of the LEC playoffs. But before we do, it is an absolute pleasure of mine to once again be interviewing and speaking with Crowny. It's somebody that I've known for many, many years. I've had the pleasure of watching him compete on many stages with many teams, and my first time getting to speak to Velia. So Crowny and Velia, please do say hello, welcome. I mean, Crowny, first of all, thank you for joining. Hello, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm good. Yeah, it's nice to see you again. It's been a few years now, but it's nice to be here again. Yeah.
Listen, I'll say thank you because you've kept me very entertained watching from afar. I want to talk a little bit about the whole journey. But Velia,
Mm.
first time that we get to do an interview together. How are you doing today? What have you been up to this week?
Hello, everybody. Well, it is indeed the first time, but maybe not the last. The last time we're gonna do it. Yeah, I mean, I've been just grinding solo queue. Just classic. What else is there to do? Just play League, play solo queue, stream a bit.
Living the League of Legends life. Well, listen, I want to say thank you again. I know obviously Los Ratones, the story, the magical run for playoffs, it fell short. We know obviously the team is not together anymore. So this is a little bit of a retrospective, maybe, talking about the whole journey and some of the things that happened. Velia, you're somebody that I haven't had the chance to get to know and watch quite as much as Crowny. And I think in comparison to the other four boys around you, being on the LEC stage maybe meant something different for you. Is that fair to say? And like, how do you feel about your 4 weeks on the LEC stage?
Yeah, I mean, I came. I don't know, as a random, I would say, someone that is unknown to all of the people that watched Loserton since the start, right? And then it was my dream to reach LEC to play on stage, and then yeah, it felt amazing. I thought, you know, I was like, okay, I'm living my dream right now. Let's make the most out of it. And yeah, I think I tried to do so, but it didn't end up well.
Listen, you left your mark, and the amount of debate around how Los Ratones were going to do versus how you did ultimately perform, um, nobody's going to forget how impressive you looked. But Crowny, what about from your side? You've obviously been on that stage a lot with quite a few different hats, but to come back with this project, with let's say the drama, maybe that's not the right word, but all the drama behind it, how did it feel for you competing again in the stadium, the studio?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like there's so much criticism of us even like being invited and stuff, but I feel like we were underdogs anyway, like because people didn't really expect much, and our scrims were a bit like, here and there. I think in at certain time, let's say like 50-50, a bit less, but I think it felt unique, like because 1 year ago when the project started, I don't think any of us imagined to be playing LEC 1 year later, right? And I think we kind of surprised people, but I think we all knew, like especially by the end, I think we all felt like we could easily go to playoffs and like play best of threes against the teams. I think scrims were going better, and it felt like we kind of found what works. So yeah, it was nice, even though it ended a bit, bittersweet.
Yeah, I mean it was a very sad ending because I bought into the hype. I will be honest, I had low expectations, and then after week one, I didn't think it was going to go very well. So I
Mm.
apologize. I apologize to
No,
each of you. I apologize to all your
Me
teammates.
neither.
You
Don't
guys,
worry.
you
yeah, I think
shut
we
me
were kind
up
of felt the
so
same.
much, dude. So what happened in week one, Crowny? Because losing to Casey
Mm.
Blue, that to me was
Yeah,
heartbreaking.
yeah, I think Well, for me personally, I was getting used to the new stage because I didn't play on the new one, and I was a bit nervous, I would say. And like the Fnatic game, I felt like we were like we kind of didn't do much, and we were just making a lot of mistakes. And then the KCB game, kind of the same. Our bad. Then we could have won, and then, but that game like was kind of hard. I think the KC one is ironically the one we should have won out of the three.
Yeah.
Like it was like kind of the best game we had that week. We kind of, I think we kind of figured out draft by that point. Because at that point in scrims, like many things weren't working because we're playing some of the like later top teams, and kind of when you play against the top teams, they were very good at like what they're playing. So it kind of changed our mid lane priors and stuff. I think against KCP we first pick Rise and they got like Oriana
Yeah.
or something, and then against Casey we switched and we played Oriana Mundo and it was like really strong. And yeah, sorry.
Can I tell you something that impresses me so much? This
Yeah.
is 5.5 weeks ago, and you are still sharing the exact emotion as if it's just yesterday. Like I can really feel that hunger. It makes it actually more heartbreaking to have this conversation, but I'm gonna say thank you again. Valia, can I ask you to add on to this? Stepping onto that stage, was it more or less intimidating than being in the arena in Munich?
Well, it was more to me because the stakes were higher. I think first week I was really nervous. I'm not the type of person to be nervous before when it comes to official matches, you know. But the first week was really awful for me. I was just overthinking, overcooking when it comes to my passing. Then I'm getting double scuttled. Then my team cannot play, and then I'm behind. But yeah, first week was really awful. But as Crowny said, the more we played, the more time went by. I think we were actually getting good. But first week was one of the worst weeks of my life. I think, like when it comes to league.
That's tough. Valia, what did you think of the overall like LEC level? Because obviously you guys have found so much success at ERLs and EMEA Masters. Hell, you even took down T1. I mean, that's on the resume. But more seriously, it looked to me like the teams were quite volatile in performances. Do you think that was also true behind the scenes, like in scrims as well?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. People may think that this will be a bit egoistic, but none of them like are doing anything special, right? It's mostly all about consistency and playing as a team and having like just individually like decent performance, and then it just comes down to a fight, right? I think we're really good at fighting. So to me, it felt like it didn't feel like anything special playing there against those players for the first time. I would love to be back there one day and try to do something better. But it felt nice. It felt nice because they're all individually good, and it's just another level when it comes to if you compare it to ERLs, right? So
Listen, message made loud and clear. Teams looking. I mean, we're on the G2 channel, wink, wink, let's talk. No, but Crowny, can I ask you, as somebody that's been around for so many years and you've competed at so many different levels from regional to ERL to international, what do you think of the LEC versus team level? Because I'm nervous when I look to first stand as a viewer, but am I right to be nervous?
Well, from my experience, winter is always where the teams are like super shaky, and then across the year they become better. And I think best of ones kind of made that worse. Like as you could see, like even in the first round of best of threes, you could clearly see that G2 was way better than Heretics and KC was better than Giants, and like there was a lot of 2-0s. But I feel like the best of ones were like super super random, and it's always been like that.
Yeah.
But for now, I think like KC is probably the best team, and maybe like I would expect G2. I always expect G2 to level up. It was a bit weird to me. They were like 50% win rate, but I think right now with its current level, Europe can't do much at first hand. But I could be wrong, right?
Yeah.
But generally, it's always like that in winter. Teams need a bit of time to like gel and like figure out metas and draft mostly. I feel like it's really a lot about draft.
I mean, let's ask a slightly more personal question. Which win was your favorite win this versus season, Crowny? Like, was there one that meant a little bit more to you than some of the others?
Well, it felt nice to beat like Shift as my old team, right? But I don't think I really did much there. But I like the Koi win. I feel like I played well that Caitlyn game. I mean, all of the wins were kind of nice. I don't know,
Of
because we in
course,
the end we
yeah.
were 0-4, right? And I think we didn't
Yeah,
realize it, but if we would have lost essentially any game, we were kind of out. So, and
yeah,
then we won 5 in a row until the last day. So it's like I feel like we
Four.
didn't realize how
important it was.
much we needed the wins. We just played
Yeah.
kind of. Like I
I mean,
remember
we
me personally.
didn't either. The math was
Yeah.
really, really hard because we haven't done best of ones, 12
Yeah.
team single round robin. Like that hasn't happened
Oh
before.
yeah,
So,
people were expecting people like teams to make playoffs at like 4 wins or there to be tiebreakers or this or that, but in the end there was no tiebreakers and stuff, right? But I think after the 0-4 like against Giants, I feel like we just started playing more to more how we're capable of.
yeah,
It's just a bit sad for me because it felt a bit rushed. Like obviously it was very rushed, right? It was only like a
yeah,
month. That's like kind of my only regret. My only regret isn't really not making it to top 8 by like 9%, whatever the chances
yeah,
were. It's just a bit sad to me to how brief it is, but
yeah.
maybe it means more than because it was so short.
I mean, listen, it also means that it's very explosive. So, Velia, I'll ask you the same thing as somebody that has much less experience than your teammates. I mean, Baus is in the same boat, but slightly different, I think. Was there a game or was there a moment this month of LEC Versus that was really important to you, either on stage or at the boot camp with the team?
I think first win felt really nice. I think it was against Team Heretics, and I think win against G2. Because we were scrimming them and they're really good, so it felt really nice winning them.
I mean, can I ask your opinion as well, Velia? When I would like to take a look at the standings. This is not the end of the group stage. I don't have the playoff bracket right now because we'll touch on that later. But Velia, when you looked at these team standings, with the exception of Los Ratones, is this kind of the power ranking of the teams, or like how much are we going to see changing when you look forward for playoffs?
No, this is so fake in my opinion. Like, I think Fnatic they don't really deserve to be in playoffs the way they were playing. I think Heretics shouldn't be on fourth, even though they did a crazy run and props to them, but still. I think KC on first is good. Navi second, I think they're also really good. Vitality maybe not third. I think maybe. Yeah, it's a bit tough because as Crowny said, it's best of one, right?
Yeah,
And for example, G2 is one of the best teams in Europe, and they didn't like put up a good performance in best of ones. I think their drafts were not that good, so that's mostly why they were losing. But yeah, I would just put Fnatic out and maybe Heretics like maybe on 7th or 8th place,
yeah.
and maybe Koi, maybe on 3rd place, and yeah, G2 maybe 4th, and that would be it.
So then let me ask you this. You've seen the playoffs. We know that the playoff bracket is we're going into round 2 this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We didn't plan for this one, but if we can get the playoff bracket up, Valia, who do you think is going to win? Who's going to represent Europe at First Stand?
Well, I think Casey is going to upper bracket finals
Okay.
against Navi, and then I believe they're gonna meet in the grand finals. That's how I see it.
Ooh, Casey Navi is the final. And you think one of them takes it?
Yeah, I think one of them. Maybe Koi will be there, but I think probably KCG2.
What's your prediction, Crowny?
I think it's gonna be KC G2 finals and G2 is gonna win. That's my
Okay.
prediction.
I'm gonna do this really quickly. So Crowny says G2. Velia, I need you to give me a specific prediction. Who do you think is gonna win? You said KC or Navi?
No, I said that Navi is beating Koi in this
Oh,
round,
okay,
but
okay. So just for upper final. Okay.
yeah. So yeah, for the upper finals, I think G2 and KC will be in the finals
Okay.
in the end, and I don't know. I think KC will win that.
KC. Okay, I'm just making a note of this just for my own reference for later. And I'm just going to say thank you again for giving me the predictions. I know it's a bit bittersweet. Let's stop talking about specific games and let's zoom out. Crowny, at the beginning of the conversation, you talked a little bit about some of the pressure, maybe some of the haters. I'm not sure if that was the word that I heard, but there was a lot of people saying a lot of things about Los Ratones and KC Blue. And then there was all of the conversation about ERL teams, EMEA Masters teams coming into LEC. And then at the same time, you also had literally hundreds of thousands of, rats supporting you. What was that like as a person coming in? Because Krani, you've also been in the middle of a lot of teams and international stuff. Like, was this different to anything you've experienced?
I mean, this whole year has been different. Like in the amount of support, it's been crazy. Like, I've never gotten this many positive messages, and then when we started winning like the big games, it exploded. Like the G2, the Koi games, like it was amazing, right? That's why it's better to focus on the positive stuff, right? Like I feel like
Yeah.
for sure we proved a lot of people wrong. I think this question of like ERL versus LEC, it's every year is the same. Like some people think ERL is not the same as LEC. Some people say the opposite, so it was nice to kind of show that, especially in best of ones, it's like they're there, neck and neck. But yeah, the support was amazing. Like there were so many fans bringing stuff and always in the crowd. Even when we lost, I think when we were like 0-3 or 0-4, I don't remember. Like we did fan meet, there were still people there. Like the support was really on another level, I would say.
I missed that value. What did you lift up there? Was that something fandom?
It's just for this is just a gift from a
Oh
fan.
my god, that
for
is
the key.
awesome. What's the experience like for you, Valia? Because I hope this is not too disrespectful, but in comparison to the other four players, you're the smallest brand, smallest name. Like I think that's fair. But at the same token, you're standing with these guys shoulder to shoulder. When you stood in that stadium and you see the online support, how do you process that, man?
I mean, I don't know. To me, it just came overnight, all of that. So I don't really pay much attention to any of those things. It's nice if you have supporters, and we did have like a huge fan base, and they're truly the best. But yeah, I mean, I'm completely aware of and I agree with what you said. In comparison to my teammates, I can call myself nobody, right? With no experience, no past of like being in LEC, being good, no big name for myself. Last Returns kind of made me, which I don't mind. I'm happy.
Yeah, but also don't sell
yeah.
yourself short, dude. Don't sell yourself short. You also
No,
helped make Los Ratones what it is, bro. Like you're 20% of the team. You delivered here as well, so don't be so humble.
No, I'm not being humble. I'm just saying, I got the opportunity and I think I used it really well. I was just there to to perform, to practice with the boys, and I think it ended up being really well, right? This is what I was hoping for. I got the chance, I think I used it really nicely. So I'm happy when it comes to that, but also I'm completely aware that if the opportunity didn't came, I wouldn't be here. And
Yeah.
for example, some of them would still have something going on, and I wouldn't have anything similar, right? That's all.
I get it. I'm very intrigued to see what happens in the next steps, but that's not for now. I want to go a little further back. 2025, Red Bull League of Its Own. I was in the arena. I was doing some work there. I got to watch the games. I got to watch Crowny's Twitch taking down T1. Valia, I think you played Cassiopeia, if I remember. Valia, you're sitting here. I'm a nobody, was the sentence you just said. You're back to back to back in EMEA Masters champion. You've competed on the LEC stage. You've faced off in front of tens of thousands of fans against some of the biggest names in League of Legends, T1, KCG2, NNO was there as well, don't get me wrong. Dude, what was Red Bull League of Its Own like? What was it like playing against T1? I know it was a fun game. I'm not trying to hype it up more than it was, but you're still there. You were in the show match with Faker and T1.
Yeah, honestly, I mean that feels unreal. Like even we played them like that's the second time we played them. The first time felt unreal, and the second time also felt unreal. Even though I knew it's coming again, I don't know. The experience is just amazing. It's just you're playing against the best team in the world, and you know you're just putting up a good show. You're just enjoying the game, and yeah, you're just there with the boys enjoying time. It's just unreal, you know.
Crowny, what was that like for you? Because again, all the different stages, but that arena, the SAP Garden was crazy. Like I thought the fans were mad. I also was very impressed that Los Ratones had more support than No Need Orga NNO. They cheered louder for you than NNO. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of funny because we said like, I don't know, 30 minutes before the stage or 1 hour, like Cracker said, Carry, I wanted to play the carry against him.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'll play Twitch support. And then we like cooked up a draft, of like Poison with Casio and Twitch. And I don't know, it was pretty fun. Like even the last one was fun, like the year before that. It kind of reminded me of how fast time went, because we played 2 Red Bulls now, which means a year passed between, right?
Yeah.
It was super nice. Like obviously it's crazy to play in an arena like that. I think even if you're at the top of League of Legends, you rarely play in arenas that big, right? So
Yeah.
it
Can we
was
also
amazing.
can we talk about that as well? Because the first Red Bull or the League of its own, that was in Paris the year before. But then you have all of this EMEA Master success, and then we do Munich, and then we do LEC. Was there more pressures? Maybe not the right word, but was there more hunger? Was there more drive between the first Red Bull to the second Red Bull, and like where Los Ratones stood, where Cadril as a co-streamer was, the fact that LEC hadn't been announced, like how much changed for you in those 12 months?
Yeah, for sure. We kind of knew after LEC it's gonna be a bit, it's probably gonna like be done. So at least for me, this last months, like there's a difference if it's like the first month of the project, like it was the first Red Bull, right? Like you don't know what to expect,
Yeah.
like everything is super new compared to like the end. I feel like that's the main difference. Like this one felt like I feel like we all knew we were gonna give it our all right after for LEC. So for
Yeah.
sure there was a big difference in mindset, yeah, for me at least.
That's awesome. Okay, I don't want to keep you longer than we need to because obviously the project has ended. So let's start to wrap up and maybe say a little couple of personal messages. I'll ask Velia, what was it like kind of boot camping in the G2 offices in Berlin, the scrim life, like adapting to a traditional pro player, going into the studio and stuff, but also being in the G2 office, the home of the enemy, how has that month in Berlin been for you?
I mean, honestly, it has been great. Our hotel was like 2 minutes away from the office. You just wake up and you just go straight to the office. Just a regular day. It felt like I was at home, but I was more happier back then. Because I would have I would have them to talk to, and we would just hang out, maybe talk about draft, duo queuing, whatever there is to do. Like it's just different when it's in person. I mean, I really loved it, every part of it. Except when we lose, that sucks. But
Yeah.
other than that, it truly felt amazing. I was like, why people, some people that went through like LEC, why they don't like it as much. I'm like, this is like actually, this is so chill.
So
Everything that
chill.
you would do, everything that you would do at home, you just do there, and it's like you just have people to hang out as well, and
Velja, listen, I think you are a very competitive person. If you could say this is chill, because that environment has to be high stress. The scrims, the training, the losses, then the wins, like there's no ways that pressure is just chill. Like no ways, dude.
I mean, it is, but that's the beauty of it, no? Like, what's the point if there's no like, if you're not try harding and sweating for it, what's the point of it, If it's easy, then it's not valuable, right? That's why I felt like it's chill when it comes to, the day finishes, and then okay, I just can't wait to wake up, we need to
Yeah.
keep working.
Yeah, that makes sense. Crowny, I'm gonna ask you now, like, when you stop and you zoom back and you look, is there anything that you'd like to just give as a bit of a shout out, either to Mark, to Cadril, to Los Ratones, to the fan base? Like, what would be your parting message to the fans and the supporters of the Rats?
I mean, yeah, of course, I'd like to thank Carol and my teammates for making the past year possible because it was really amazing, and also the fans, as me and Velia said, they were like their support was unreal, and that's why I still have hope that in the future our paths cross again and we can do something together. But it was for sure the best year of my career. I can't compare it to anything else.
That makes me so happy to hear because it looked incredible. All of the success. I'm going to say congratulations once more. Velia, same question. What do you say to the crew, your teammates, and the fans?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a words can like express, how much appreciation I have for like everything that happened. It just changed my life completely. So I don't think I should say anything. They know it. So I said it many times already. It's just pointless to even repeat myself. So yeah,
Can
it's
I
been
can I get a
crazy and
personal
yeah.
can I get a personal question from you, Velia? Who was your favorite player to play against or to kill? There's always that story of who gets to kill Faker on the international stage. So out of your LEC opponents, who was it that gave you the biggest smile when you did something good against them?
I mean, honestly, I haven't thought about it, but I think it should be Caps because even when I play a solo against him, it's just so hard to land the skill shot on him. I feel like his movement is just way too clean for the way he plays. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I killed him in our game. I'm not even sure, but
But listen, you beat
you
the
know,
team, dude. You beat the team, and
yeah, I did. Yeah,
you
that's what
you
matters.
flamed you flamed them as well. You said Casey's gonna win. Crownie's on the G2 hype train. Velia's on the Casey hype train. So we'll see who's going to be right at the end of the season.
I just don't think they showed up really good.
Yeah,
I think Casey
yeah.
showed up better, so that's why I feel like if it stays like
I,
this, I think Casey's winning.
I know what podcast I'm on.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm just gonna be blunt. I shit talk G2 all the time because the expectations are high, and when they play bad, I have to call them out. They pay me to host, Crownie. They're not paying me to be nice. Okay.
Fair enough.
Last thing I'll just say, what are next steps? We're very fortunate that on the show right now, we've got Spanish, we've got Pro Player in Celtis streaming in English, we got Sendo to the Spanish community, and who am I missing? Brice to Italian. So we've got a bunch of co-streamers from G2 who are about to jump in. Where can their viewers find you? What are your next projects? Give yourself a little bit of a shout out. We'll start with Crownie.
I mean, just on my Twitch channel, I would say Crownie_lol. Like, I think I will just be grinding solo queue, like, doing education content. I think the boys, we talked about going to Korea for MSI, for like solo queue and hopefully like, a little mini reunion in a few months. So I'm sure like you can still see us
Ooh.
interacting with each other on our streams, I think. Because this was like the only team where I felt like at the end we are still all close to each other, there was not really any bad blood. So yeah, that's what I would say.
That's amazing. I like the words mini reunion. We're going to clip that for social media, I'm sure. Velia, same thing. What give yourself a little bit of shout out. What are your channels and what's coming next?
I mean, yeah, I'll just look to be consistent when it comes to streaming. I'll focus more on being entertaining, and yeah, as Crownie said, I got an idea when we lost. I'm like, guys, let's go to Korea during MSI. So, regardless of if they want to go, if they're willing to go with me, I think I'll be there. Like, I'll spend like maybe a month or two there, try to get rank 1.
Velia, what's your Twitter, your Instagram, and your Twitch? Which exact name?
Yeah. So my socials are Velha LOL.
There we go. You can see the
make sure
name
to
and you
follow.
add LOL. That's what I want to
Yeah.
hear. Guys, I will just say thank you again once more. I realize this is giving your personal time after how everything's ended. Crownie, it was a real pleasure to get to see you again and see the success you've had. Velia,
Yeah, like this.
it was a pleasure to meet you and have this conversation. So, gentlemen, you can drop from the call. You can go enjoy the rest of your evening. I am hoping to see that reunion soon. Cheers, boys.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Now, for everybody that is on the stream, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, we're going to do our regular HopEUm broadcast, breaking down the playoffs, making predictions for round 2. But in order to do that, I need some smart people. I'm not a smart people, so let me go fetch them. We'll be right back.
Bro, I was playing with Alvaro Jungle, bro.
Well, I played with them 2 games in a row.
Am I tripping or Alvaro playing Diego Jungle?
Yes, you can. Yes, he can. He can. And since I'm playing this, I know it's gonna be on the video, and you're gonna get exposed for it.
I'm not getting exposed.
Wait.
Wait. What the hell? Oh my god! Oh yeah!
Oh shit, that's a crazy.
Orno! Wait. Bro, it's your eclipse. What's happening here?
XQ?
Wait.
So that, how that makes him lose half his HP?
He has to run, you know? Like he has to run.
Alright, and he finds time.
So you're telling me Aziz is balanced? I don't think so.
Hola a todos. No, actually I cannot. I cannot do it.
Not do it.
Close your eyes. Werewolves. Wake up. If there is only one werewolf, you may look at a card from the center. Close your eyes.
Wait.
A princess
Ah,
is
okay.
here.
That's fine.
Wake up.
Fine.
Wait, can I pee?
I have double C. Can I look again?
A princess is here. Close your eyes. Paranormal investigator. Wake up. Move your card around slightly. Everyone, wake up.
This is Mason, guys.
I guess.
Robert Klein?
I'm the Mason guys.
And I robbed the seer, which was Skewmold.
Are you actually this here or are you... Okay, so the...
Maybe we could share a little bit more information.
Yeah,
But
I
I
was
guess-
wanting to know what happened there.
But I guess aware that.
Who did you swap?
I saw Memento.
And who else?
I'm waiting a bit on that one. I saw Memento.
Say who it's on.
But his hands.
But it doesn't matter, no? Memento is
Okay,
not
this one
walking
with
on. I saw Memento, I go after, right?
But did you swap with me?
No, not with you.
Actually?
No, it was with either Labrov or Hans, I will not say. You can think about it.
Oh, this is a tough
I swapped
Then
Memento
we should
with
kill
Hans.
him if I'm a good
Why?
guy.
Why?
I think
Why?
Hans.
Why are you?
Yeah,
Why are you?
I'm troublemaker.
No, bro. Kill him! Kill him!
I think
Kill him!
I think it's Rodrigo.
No, guys, please
You're
don't
saying
do
troublemaker, but
Wait, you're missing Bro, I was on your side. Even if I got robbed.
Wait. Who griefed? Who griefed?
Because I was a doppelganger alpha wolf, I changed caps from a wolf into a wolf. Before the alpha wolf went,
Wow.
and then the alpha wolf, she gave the other wolf
Memento.
to Memento.
And then
it
that's
got
all.
swapped.
And that's all.
And then
PI.
when we saw
PI.
his
So we're
PI,
like, there's probably 5 wolves.
so we knew there's 5 wolves.
That's why I wanted to vote you because you're like, you were the safest bet.
We
You know?
couldn't win it. Yeah, they fucked up. I guess they were.
Actually, now the shutdowns are.
Yeah, no, actually triple one pay. Like Ron was like.
Thank you. On stage, it's gonna be significant for it. Both teams heading to stage.
I want to see why you are here. I want to see, show me the player you want to be, okay? Not today, tomorrow, and the rest of the year. I want to see it. I want to feel it, okay, today. Show it. Use everything you have. I don't care how you do it. We're going to do it. That's your mindset. There's no other mindset. And we're gonna fucking do it, okay? We're gonna take a deep breath right now. Deep breath right now, okay? 2 and 3. G2 on 3.
All right, boys.
Make
Stay
it now.
present. Stay present.
1, 2, 3, 2!
Go, boys.
And welcome back, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, the future, the past, whenever you're watching this VOD. This is the 5th episode of HopEUm. We are just after round 1 of the LEC versus playoffs, and we're about to break down everything we just heard from Crownie and Valia, as well as our 4 best of 3s that wrapped up last weekend. Now, I mentioned it before the break. Thank you for sticking around with us, and now I'm going to have to bring in some intelligent people. They are much smarter than me, even though one of them's Italian. Let's welcome Brice and Sendo back to the show. Hello, everybody. And for the very first time, making her HopEUm debut, it's Keltis. Hi.
Hello.
Keltis,
Hi.
give us a little bit of an update. Where are you and what time is it?
Well, it's 3:30 a.m. and I'm in Korea. grinding solo queue.
How
Well,
is
not right now.
How is soloq going for you?
I mean, I kind of speedrun Grandmaster, and now I'm a bit hard stuck, a bit bored.
So just to be
I'll come
clear,
back.
you're Grandmaster in Korea in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I was Grandmaster like 2 days ago, and then
Yep.
we don't talk about the last 2 days.
So let's
peak
drop
is what
the skill
counts.
level. Let's drop the skill level. Brees, how are you, my friend? What you been up to?
That's so ridiculous. Come on, man. You just flame Italy before even the program is starting. And right now we are talking about solo queue. And I'm so tilted. You know why I have these headphones? I changed it because I break the other ones today. I went like 1 hour with car buying new, I don't know, this one, a new cable.
Yep.
Because I destroyed, I don't know, like I had 4
So
solo queue.
raging. Stop
Unplayable.
raging.
Oh, come on.
For Keltis and all of your viewers, welcome to Brees. Sendo, how are you doing, my friend? It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm also having a rough solo queues lately, but I didn't destroy anything so far, so I think it's going pretty good. I think.
Nice. Okay, so Keltis, I have to put you on the spot a little bit. We've kind of developed a bit of a tradition where we ask our co-streamers to give us, is there a saying or something from their local languages? So, Sendo, who's our Spanish co-streamer, he told me once something, papi un cuatro, something like that. I won't explain what it means, but it's quite a dirty joke. Is there anything in either Swedish or Korean that's like a common phrase that maybe we can teach our other viewers and the other audiences?
Like within League of Legends, or
Yes,
just as a
within League of
word?
Legends. Yeah, within League of Legends.
For Korea, I don't know actually, but for Sweden, you don't really speak Swedish when you play League. It's just not
fair.
normal.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, I'm sorry,
Okay,
but it doesn't exist.
No, that makes sense. I mean, Swedish English is really good. Out of interest, I don't know who tuned in. Were you guys watching the interview or not watching the interview?
I watched the end
No?
of it. Just the end.
All good. Crowny and Velia were very reflective. They dropped some words about maybe there'll be a reunion at some point, like it's in solo queue. Maybe not to go full competition, but listen, the streaming and the numbers are all there. Keltis, we haven't got to speak to you in live since the show began. So what did you think of Los Ratones' performance throughout the group stage?
Yeah, I expected them to have 0 wins, and then they got 1 win. I expected them to have 0 wins more, and then they won again. So, I mean, they definitely shut some people up, me included.
But listen, even though you got a couple of predictions wrong, you actually ended up winning the total. Out of the 66 best of ones, you correctly predicted 40. Brees and Sender were bringing up the rear, like last and second last. So I just want to say congratulations there.
Who was last? Was it Brees?
Who was lost? Give me a second. I can tell you this right now.
That's important.
Sendo, I'm destroying you here.
So
No, Brees,
predict.
you have no chance.
Okay, I'm looking.
It's probably Brees last, like, for sure.
No.
It was, yes, 100%. It was Brees lost by 1 point. So
Let's go. That's the real winners here, bro.
Let's start today, because we've just had a great conversation with Valia and Crowny. We wrapped up the group stage. Let's bring up the brackets. I want to start by just showing everybody the results. And Keltis, I'll get your first take. I'll be coming to you a lot just to catch up, and then we'll go match by match. So we saw 4 of the results. What did you make of the series and maybe the meta, like, and the champions that we're seeing?
I mean, the meta is still very boring. I would like to see more of the top laners in jungle, because I feel like there's only a few teams that are actually doing that well, with Sahin and, the Aatrox and Bessa. I guess it's mostly Rylage playing those, I think. He's been very strong on them. For me, the biggest surprise was G2 not griefing any draft against Heretics. So that's my
amazing,
initial
isn't
take.
it? It's amazing.
Yeah.
Sendo,
awesome.
let's just talk about the stomps. It felt to me like every series was pretty one-sided. Do you have a theory as to why all 4 games were 2-0s?
I have no idea, but I also mentioned that a lot. Like every 4,
I have
like
a
all 4
theory.
games were just 2-0s. You have a theory? Which one is it?
Yeah, I have a theory. I have a theory like Vitality lost because of the chrono break. Actually, tilted as hell.
Yeah.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know if you remember.
Yeah.
And like, actually, the game that surprised me the most was Heretics G2. Because I didn't expect Heretics after stomping KC like this. I thought Heretics were the best team in Europe, actually, after stomping KC minute 10. I don't know. Like, but maybe
that's
KC
not the
just
case.
underperformed. Yeah.
Not the case
thing is,
at all.
K-Corp, you know, if K-Corp lost, then Los Ratones was out, you know, so maybe they weren't as motivated that day, you
if
know.
I speak, I'm in
Don't
big
you
trouble.
dare! Don't you dare bring that up. Okay, let's do one more thing one more quick thing just before we jump into each series. I asked everybody to give me a prediction who they thought was going to win a series and what the scores were going to be. Now, these are the results, right? We see the 2-0s, G2, Na'Vi, Koi, as well as KC. Now, in terms of the predictions, let's take a quick look at who was suggesting this, because I have to call out Keltis. What the hell were you doing here? Vitality over Koi?
Well, I'm sort of a hater, I guess. I just don't think Koi looked very consistent this split. Yeah.
Definitely not the case. All of us predicted Na'Vi over Fnatic, which was a bit of a surprise when I saw the results. I need to ask Sola what the hell he was talking about. Heretics over G2.
That guy, we have to speak to him, no?
Well,
I think
this is ridiculous.
Call him here, actually.
Yeah, but
Like,
listen, we will call him.
on here?
Yeah, exactly. I will say again, as a reminder, we don't need to play nice. Okay, I say this every episode, right? Let's go series by series, and we'll do it in chronological order. Let's start with Na'Vi versus Fnatic. Everybody picked Na'Vi as the favorite. I'll kind of show you why. I borrowed a graphic from the LEC broadcast, and here's some stats for you very quickly. Fnatic have obviously not looked very good, but it's been really, really weak. First tower, they're lost. Then you get it 9% of the time. First dragon, never happened, not once. They only secured 37% of all dragons. They're second last, and they only get 1 in 5 heralds. They're lost. Brees,
Oh my god, man.
you are our number one Fnatic hater. Is this even more surprising to you?
You must be happy,
I love
bro.
Fnatic. What do you mean? No. Okay. Well, let's say like this. Like the game against Na'Vi was totally. What, Sendo?
Nothing. You're the biggest Fnatic fan. I don't know.
Yeah. Like the game I watched against Na'Vi. Thumbs up to Rilech playing Zayn. Actually, Zayn. I don't know how you call it in English. I expected it to be a champion actually even earlier. Like nobody spammed it too much. It was always the same thing everywhere. 2 champions on top, 2 champions on jungle. Always like this. Yeah. Finally, the best of 3 are coming out, but I didn't expect it to be played on game 1. I expected it to be played in game 2 actually. And but like I feel like something in Fnatic is not working at all. Like it's not only about playoff. It's about all the split. They don't look at all like a team. Like to me, they were never a team. But you know what I think about them. But I don't know. Like Vladi doesn't look like the Vladi he was on Casey. Like not even close. Razork is not totally playing. Like he doesn't feel like a team.
I don't think they're units. I think you can see when I watch Fnatic, it doesn't look like they're working together. It doesn't look like they're on the same page. It doesn't look like they're responding as a team. Keltis, you explicitly talked about some of these top laners that are in the jungle and Rilech. What did you make of Navi's game 1 against Fnatic?
I mean, I felt like it was just Fnatic doing the things Fnatic have been doing, where it looks very much like Razork has one plan and something he wants to do, and then Vladi wants to do something, and Upset wants to do something, and they're just completely split. Yeah.
How would you fix that, Sender? Do you have any I don't know, experience is not the right word, but what would you be a suggestion? Because it. Yeah.
I posted a tweet. I posted a tweet about this. I said I was gonna do Fnatic staff work for free, and I posted a tweet of what I would do because I don't think that is solvable without player changes. You want me to post a tweet? Do you want me to post a tweet in the channel or somewhere? Or
Put it in the channel. Put it in the channel. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up. The thing is, this is brutal. This is brutal. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna bring this up now. I've got it on this.
You will like it. Okay. You will like it. I think this team is top 4 at least.
Okay.
And Breeze
Okay,
will like
let's-
So you
Fnatic
made,
if
so you
it's
made
this
a new
team.
team? Okay, sure.
We're gonna try this.
I
It's
benched
ready to
like
show.
3 people. I benched like 2 or 3 people.
Maybe even
Oh
4.
my
I think I'm watching the
word!
roster.
What are we doing? What are we doing? We need to tell the social teams to clip this.
Tell me there
have
is
you
no
still got
sand on top
my
lane.
my screen share here, Rafa? Let's pull this tweet up. Okay, we're gonna try something
Show
here.
it.
Voy a hacer el trabajo gratis para que Fnatic sea top 3 mínimo en el LK. Okay, no, I'm not kidding that.
Insane.
I'm gonna do the work for
Show
free.
translation.
So that Fnatic is at least top 3 in the LEC. You just have to listen to me. I don't even ask for percentage. Top. Imperius out, Bwipo in. Bot. Upset out, Fluck it in. Optional, Nemesis for Vladi in mid. Only if Bwipo asks for it, which is likely. I will say this. We're going to do this as a mic drop, people. I've read this. The point is made. Let's bring up the replay when we can for the second game. Because Sendo... give me context on why you gave me such a spicy tweet, and then tell me why it just looks so easy for Na'Vi in these fights.
I mean, honestly, the team doesn't work. It's just what you guys said. I think that team needs changes. I feel like everyone is just an empty shell of their former selves. You know, like Razork is playing shit. I feel like since Upset came in, the whole team is just destroyed. It doesn't matter who plays on the team. I don't want to blame Upset only on it, but
No, I blame Upset. I blame Upset.
You do. So
I mean that's yeah.
Also,
Dude, it's
another
not
thing,
about,
the draft.
Every time he plays on some team, like team doesn't work. I don't know how to say it.
It's destroyed, yeah. Also, there's so many things to criticize. I feel like the drafts are so shit. You have Jax against 5 people that don't dislike playing against Jax. Like, what are you gonna dodge? An Ezreal Q with the Jax E?
Yeah.
Like, is the matchup good? No, nothing is good about this. And then there was another thing. I had more flame. Oh yeah, another thing about my player changes is Bwipo and Nemesis. Bwipo and Nemesis actually do like a coaching role as well. So I learned after that they don't even have a fucking staff. So with Bwipo and Nemesis, they actually have players that can act as coaches. So they're actually cheaper than what they have
I get
right
what you
now.
mean. Yeah, you like two hats for the price of one person.
Yeah, but the question
doing
is,
the game for
how
free.
is,
I'm doing
how
this
is
for free, by the
Fnatic
way.
Best choice, how is Fnatic best choice picking players that were
Well,
in Fnatic
let's-
6 years ago?
Let's do this. Okay, it can't be worse, brother, than what I'm currently seeing. Let's
It
flip
can
the
be worse.
conversation. Okay, boys, we've done enough criticizing Fnatic. I'm gonna ask Keltis to wrap up this series by telling me a little bit about what you liked about Na'Vi. I'll give you my little hints and tips. I think they drafted well. I think they played aggressively. I don't think anything that they tried was really countered. And I think they just kind of destroyed Fnatic. Do you have anything to add onto how they did that?
I'll say Polby and Rydich just gapped. I think that's it really, and they played team fights much better.
Mic drop. Simple.
Yeah.
Let's
I
move
think it
on
was
because
as well, if possible, like I think it was as well the setup on objectives that was actually pretty
Yeah.
good. Watching the game now, I don't remember it cleanly, but I remember like they were always first and things like this. So I think they played better overall.
The replay that we just showed was from game 2. They got Dragon Soul at 22 minutes. First Dragon was at 11-ish minutes. They were pushing for Dragon Soul in game 1 as well. They won both of the games under 30 minutes. I mean, you're 100% right. I do want to move us on a little bit because the Na'Vi Fnatic game was much more of a stomp, and I think there's less to discuss than going into Koi versus Vitality. And the first thing that I'll do is I want to talk about the top lane. Brees, tell me what you think about Mirwin versus Naknako. We've actually got, again, some stats about how the laning phase went.
Show me the stats.
Look at this. Goal difference of 14. Naknako is plus 1225 during the regular season. Okay. So this was their single matchup. So in their matchup when they played during the laning phase, plus 1200 gold to Naknako, plus 23 CS and 2 solo kills. So, you know, immediately.
Listen. Yeah. I think like Naknako is the best top lane, one of the best for sure top lane of the split. Okay, I don't know if you saw Mirwin tweet of 2 weeks ago saying like he was getting benched, and then he lost to Vitality, and Naknako tweeted back, "Now I know why he was getting benched." It was so good to see. I loved it.
But no, he was not getting benched though. It was different, no?
No, I remember he wasn't signing up a new contract. I was sure about this. I read the tweet on X.
Yeah, it was. He said something like he was gonna make Koi back for him to resign, but they only resigned 3 people because they wanted the other 2 people to like work for it, and Mirin was one of those.
Okay. So
Like, that
basically,
doesn't mean he's benched,
offer,
but yeah, as a motivation.
work for the spot, earn it, earn the position, basically, right?
Exactly.
Anyway, like 1v1 wise, I don't think I think maybe Kanna can contest Naknako. And then maybe there was another top laner, but it wasn't he wasn't on a very good team. It was Korean one with I need to see the name. It was a Korean top laner. Maybe Shifter's top laner was not bad. I don't remember the name.
Okay.
But
Rooster.
Yeah, that guy was not bad 1v1. Like when I see Mirwin as a player, like I like him because he plays something different. Like I remember him on the previous split playing very different champions. 1v1 wise, I like. There's no way he can contest Naknako. I'm sure about it. Like if you watch the matchups,
let's also let's zoom out for a second as well. And by the way, the conversation is fantastic. I will make sure I keep bringing you in here, Cultist, because these two boys, you can see they've got a bit of synergy. So don't be apologizing when we talk over one another. This is what it's meant to be. Rafa, by the way, for everyone who's watching at home, Rafa's our producer. You'll hear me talk to him a lot. Rafa, can we pull up my screen right now? Because I want to show just a quick summary of what game 1 looked like. And then for my guests, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with replays after. But 55 minutes of game time. Okay. Koi end up winning the game, but it is after a 5.5, I think it was nearly 6,000 gold lead in favor of Vitality. We had a fight, a chrono break, the fight again, and then that gold swing went all the way to 9,000. A 16,000 difference, okay, over 55 minutes. It's the longest game of Versus this year, and we can see the KDAs, we can see the champions. Let's go back to the 4 cameras, and I'll explain what we're going to do, okay?
I was going to tweet one thing about the game time, which I didn't do in the end.
Please do. Yeah.
I was gonna tweet if this game goes to 60 minutes, I think both teams don't deserve to go to playoffs, and instead just Los Ratones should be back in, and they should play for the bowl.
Do you know what? It's taken 5 episodes, but we are here with the spice today. We are here with the spice.
Like,
okay. Let me explain the plan. Let me explain the plan. Let's talk about the replays first, because then I want to challenge you. I disagree with your take, but I want to build up to the ending, right? I have 3 replays. I've got the Vitality taking the lead early, so that's the initial fight. I then have the chrono break, both versions of what happens, and then I have the fight that Koi take the lead in the game. Okay, so it's all in a short space. Okay. Let's start with the first one. Koi versus Vitality. This is the first thing. Keltis, I'll ask you to chime in now. We're 20 minutes into the game. Things are looking pretty even, but this to me was the moment that Vitality took charge. What did you think of the game thus far and the replay?
Let me just watch the replay first.
I mean, first of all, just while we're watching this, tell me what you thought of the game. You know, up to 20 minutes of laning phase, Vitality and Koi, I thought were trading blow for blow.
I mean, wasn't it a pretty hard stomp from Vitality, and then the chrono break happened and everything kind of switched? Also,
listen, how do you call
20? Jace would have a bigger lead.
Okay. Do you call this a hard stomp? 22 minutes and 2 dragons?
I think when one team gets 2 dragons, they're in a pretty happy state in most drafts. Oh no, it was this team fight. They just overchased, right? And they get completely sandwiched. I think it's that one.
Yeah, now Koi overchase. I remember this. Like,
yeah.
There were so many mistakes by both teams actually in this fight. Now there is a
what did you not like,
TP. Go watch how it started. Like, the objective was free. They took the objective and they overchase over here with Azir spawning and TP on the map. That's literally 5-4-0, 4-4-0, and then they go, that's free Nashor as well. Like, theoretically, the game is over here. The game should be over here, I think, with this 4-4-0.
I love this. Can I want to go back to Cultist? Can you give me a little bit more context? To my dumbass eyes, like, I'm only gold, okay? Was gold a decade ago. I'm definitely not now. I thought the game was pretty even, but you said that Vitality was smurfing and smashing the early game. Tell me a little bit more why.
I mean, that was my read at the time. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember games like several days later. But I feel like generally, if one team gets to soul points, they usually just take over the rest of the game because they can always trade Nash, and Soul Source OP.
Before we get to the Chrono Break, Sendo, what was your
Yeah.
take? I know you have very strong feelings. Before the Chrono Break has happened, are you like, oh my god, Vitality are popping off?
I thought it was pretty lost for Koi, to be honest. I also saw like the Mundo being very, very up. I remember like my feeling in the game was, okay, this is over for Koi. There's no way they're coming back. Mirren popped up a bit with the Zane, and also the Chrono Break. The Chrono Break incident changed everything. There was a funny tweet by Karzi on this. But yeah, I think it's
You know
really
what? You guys,
lost to a
I need to get
disadvantage.
I need to get my Twitter game up because I'm not seeing all the spicy stuff. But okay, so Sendo, I'm going to give you the microphone for the Chrono Break incident because I trust you got a good memory on this. Now, the way that this worked, if you go watch the VOD on YouTube, they show you the replay where Kazi jumps in, gets the kill on Corki. It goes to a pause, and then it comes back and they show you a replay of what happened after the Chrono Break. So technically it's like 40 minutes. That's condensed into 3. So let's roll the second replay. This is the Chrono Break. And Sendo, this is the first thing that happened, right? Vitality, 5k up, 3 dragons, and Kazi just blows up Mirwin. Now talk me through what you see as well as the Chrono Break.
I mean, Mirwin doesn't expect Karzi in this brush, also with Knuckle. He face checks completely hard, gets surprised, dies. Jojo tries to save him with the DP and the ult. There's a bug apparently.
Yeah.
And then both die, but I think Mirwin was dead anyways, and Jojo, I don't think it would have changed much. We can check
Okay, so now obviously we're going to get a replay in a second. The casters in game actually call for what happened.
But it is illegal what happens.
But when we
why? Because I mean, Mirren knows now after the Chrono Break that they're in the brush, so he just acts accordingly, which is basically map hack. Because look, this cheese by Karzi is actually so good. This is so good. He's not a mid lane. Like
you're trying to jump in.
Look, listen, like Karzi movement was so smart. Like you can't expect a Corki to be here. There's no way.
Yeah.
Before the Chrono Break, Mirwin doesn't know and he dies. And that's a good play. Then Talia comes, the bugs, okay, I don't know the Talia bug, actually it was a wall that she went off the wall, okay? Yeah. The problem with the Chrono Break, the problem with the Chrono Break here is that Mirwin doesn't have like the knowledge of Corki being inside the bush here. After the Chrono Break, he knows and he doesn't die. So the right timing to do the Chrono Break here is Mirwin dies, Mirwin should have died here, and then Jojo walks through with the wall and goes away. Like that is the best part. Because if Talia actually, if that's a bug of Talia, she was supposed just to come and go away. Because with Mirwin dead, you can't do anything here. There's no way that's a good Talia play. There's no way saving.
It doesn't change anything.
So, yeah.
And I think if you can't time the Chrono Break, sorry.
Yeah.
No, man.
It should
There's
go
no
back
way.
earlier.
Like
It should go earlier. It should go earlier.
If you can't time the Chrono Break correctly, then you just make sure Mirwin face checks the bush at least. You say, okay, we're gonna Chrono Break Mirwin, but only if you face check the bush, and you have to use the E.
came later. Like
Else,
Mirwin should die. Mirwin should die here.
Okay.
Yeah, he was dead 100%.
I'll say this because of the fact that the same play basically happens, except this time Akazi's running away, and then Jojo's able to jump in on the wall. I personally think the Chrono Break should have been further back. I think this entire play should have been avoided and nullified. Like I understand that you're taking a kill away from Vitality in this case, but you're also not giving the map hack info to Koi, so Mirwin knows what to do jumping forward. We can debate this back and forth. I want to ask Kaltus, who's got significantly more professional experience and done a lot more at this level. What's your take as a former pro player when you see the situation from either Vitality or Koi's perspective?
I mean, at the time, I thought it was fair to Chrono Break if it's an actual bug that affects the game. But when you see the replay, Mirwin should always die here, right? Like, he would die before Talia arrives, no matter what. He even dashed forward into the bush, I think, on the first version.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I understand that Karzi is a bit tilted.
What would you have preferred personally for the Chrono Break to have happened? Like, my recommendation would be to go a few seconds earlier and just remove the kill. I realize that sucks, but it maintains the 5k gold lead, the 3 dragons. It doesn't give the possibility for Koi to come back, in my mind.
I think if there's a way to do a chrono break where Merwin still dies, that's probably the most fair option. But the way they did it doesn't seem very legit.
Yeah, but the real question is how Quickshot is smarter than the guy that made the chrono break.
How am I smarter? I'm not smarter. I'm not smarter.
Come on, man. How they came out with the idea of doing this? Like, or you cancel the wordplay. Like,
I've had these debates so many times, and the problem is there's no right answer. There's preferences. I prefer this scenario. I prefer that scenario. Like, it's tough. And my heart goes out to the league officials because they're the ones that take the brunt of this. Like, it sucks.
The league official is probably Stevie Wonder, buddy. Like, legit.
Come on, that's not fair.
Man, come on, bro.
That's not fair.
No, brother, come on. Or you cancel the wall play. No, but
chrono break for Koi, guys. Chrono break for Koi. Chrono break for Koi.
Yeah, probably it was like this. But or you cancel the wall play, or Mirwin has to die. You can't do this because if you do this, we came from a victory play from Vitality to a losing play from Vitality. Like, that's no point.
That's fair. I get that. Let's talk about another losing play for Vitality. My last replay of this first game, because there's so much in this one. Brice, I give you the microphone first.
What's up?
We're 30 minutes in. Okay, Vitality have already lost 2.5 or 3k gold. 30 minutes, 3 dragons, and it's Koi that starts this Baron. Now, as we watch it through and you start to remember, ultimately, Vitality get dumpstered. Dude, this does not go well for them. It's a massive team fight loss.
They were so tilted here. They were so tilted. I remember like Jojo saying like they tilt so easy, something like this. I remember a mic check. Like
their mental is weak.
Yeah, the mental is weak, something like that. Oh, you remember it as well. So over here, I think Nako gets caught, but a very good Elioya play actually with Jojo. So after you do this, and Nako, like, Flashy tries to save him, he's pretty fine, but there's no way actually you're coming back from this. When Nako dies and explodes, you have Jace damage, who is getting, like, removed. Humanoid here, Ints, but I love him. You know what I think about Humanoid? I already said previously. On previous,
You love him,
but that's totally yeah. He can't trade if you can pause actually the replay. There's no way an Azir, which is actually a champion that can stall the Nashor because he has range. You can't trade like this. You can't trade because if Nako dies there, but he can take the time for the Nashor to get more HP because they drop it. Azir needs to be alive. He can't trade a kill over a Mirwin. Like, there's no way. He's supposed to be standing full HP and trying to do something. Like, if he trades like this, it's anything.
I noticed while commenting that Koi was just, how do I say it? Just doing random not random things, but they were pressuring Vitality to fight while by just starting objectives, and they would crumble under the pressure, you know. Like, Vitality had no idea how to act with the pressure of taking a fast decision, and they always took the wrong decision. And then Koi just started taking over the game
after the chrono break. I think they played
after the chrono break. Yes, after the chrono break.
I think that's fair to say. I mean, look, the chrono break happened about 2 minutes game time wise, 2 minutes prior to this, but they've been on stage for 40-ish minutes now with draft. Keltis, let me bring you in here. What's your take on this team fight? And, like, do you say Koi did this well, or did Vitality do it badly? You have to pick one.
I would say Vitality just did it badly. If you only watch Corsi in this fight and you follow him, you'll see how confused he is. First he walks away from Humanoid. He does maybe 1 out of this whole fight, by the way. They're just completely split up. Like, Humanoid is randomly 1v1ing Merwin. Yeah, you can just feel how frustrated they are.
Kazi's not there. Nako is going to get you late. Baron's down to half. So I'm still following Kazi. I like this point. But again, he's being pushed away. Like, is this, again, Kazi being bad, or is Mirwin doing his job, Keltis?
Oh, it keeps going. I keep looking at Corsi. Now he's trying to connect with the team, and now he's walking away from Humanoid, right? So now the 2 carries are split in a front-to-back, like, poke comp. Corsi, now he joins his team, but now he has to go back.
1 rocket.
Like he's just
Yeah, but
walking this
it's
whole
actually
fight.
a good point from Cultist, because from this you can see how actually tilted they are, because Humanoid going solo for the Zain, Karzi was mid with the pressure already on the wave. He wasn't supposed to be here. Like he walks at the Nashor when the Nashor is 3000 HP, and with Nako late TP, and they collapse on Nako, and he does 0 damage on the teamfight. So, and these are not like, I don't think Vitality are an insane team, but they are for sure better than this. For sure better than this.
I want to say thank you, Cultist. That's what Grandmaster Korean soloq will bring you knowledge-wise.
Oh, come on, man.
I want to move us along.
Wait a second, quick. I'm mad at you because you said Cult is pro player, and I agree. But what about me and Sendo? Like, we played as well. What about
I'll be
me? I'm a pro player.
I'll be specific. Significantly more successful.
What do you mean?
Listen, this is not your podcast. We're talking about the game.
Oh, I know, but be fair with everybody. Sendo stomping, I don't know, Superliga Orange, and what about me? 24 Italian title. Do you know my team is actually in the final?
Have you heard a saying? If you are a big fish in a small pond, you're still in a small pond.
You heard his ego, bro.
Yeah, that's so unfair.
Cultus, it has been a bit of a thing that I have been poking fun at both Sendo and Breeze's historical records, because I just think yours is more impressive. That's my take. Okay. Let's wrap up game 2. I think obviously Vitality are tilted. Super, he gets his Caitlyn. Does anybody have anything that they remember from game 2, just as a quick final throw before we move to day 2?
I'm watching actually the draft from game 2. Let me check if I remember.
We can show you. Wait. Check this out, Breeze. Check this out.
Show it.
Look at the screen.
Show it.
I apologize that this is over Sendo and Cultus's face, but no, draw for game 2. Rafa, game 2, brother. We finished game 1. Okay, so we're gonna look at game 2. Oh, okay, that's a flex. Did you see that animation?
Oh, baby.
Better than actually Riot.
I want to say to everybody that's watching at home, our producer literally built this over the last 24 hours because I said I wanted it. That's why Sendo's climbing over the graphics. We'll tidy this up. It'll be worked on. The main thing is, Breeze, final thoughts on the draft in game 2 for this match.
Yeah, let me check quick.
The Jinx is
Sendo,
a bit
you
weird,
go
no?
first.
Bit
Breeze is
overcooking.
slow.
Yeah, the Jinx is pretty weird. Well, like, it was historically fine against Caitlyn because she has the range. Okay, Jinx has the range with the Q, you know. But like, we have a Nico Caitlyn, so you are under tower and you are not moving from there. Like, Nico Caitlyn is so obnoxious actually to play against. And if she get advantage, you know how it works. Oh, what's up?
Total number of kills that Movistar Koi secured in this game was 18. Super was involved in 17 of them. He went 13, 0, and 4. Cultus, do you remember his Caitlyn? Do you think it was particularly impressive?
This game was at like 6 a.m. I remember getting home and just glancing. I see Caitlyn with like 8 kills. I watched some of the VOD, but honestly, like, I have no idea how this happened.
Fair. Sendo,
You
final
were
thoughts?
dancing before watching the games. I like it.
I mean,
Well,
this one
like,
was kind of domination, no? Like this was just straight up win for Koi. I think Nako looked pretty bad, like in both games against Muwin.
You think so?
Surprisingly, I think so. Yeah, like the Jace against Zion was. He was fucked.
Yeah, I agree. It was strange because it was actually a Jace with Flash Ignite and Electro. I think it was supposed to go more ahead, actually. What do you think?
Yeah. Sorry.
I heard
just
it.
got,
So
I
it's
just
fine.
What happened? What happened?
Nothing. Just some sounds on my screen. All good. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, honestly. I think they were double flexing the Mundo Jace, and then he was kind of forced to take the Jace top. So he thought, yeah, I'm gonna flip the matchup. I'm just gonna dominate him, and he didn't dominate at all.
Yeah, didn't happen. Okay, so listen, I do want to move us on this. We've still got 2 series to go through, one of which has already been mentioned a couple times by pretty much everybody in the call. G2 versus Heretics. I'll give you a quick stat to start. The average game time in the 2-0 was 24 minutes and 41 seconds. Game 1, G2 won in 24 minutes 20. Game 2, G2 won in 24 minutes 55. Let's start with the game one draft. Sendo, I think you had a strong feeling earlier, like game one or the series, like kick us off about G2 smashing Heretics.
I think. What should I say? I mean, first of all, giving like the Mundo priority is crazy. Came out of nowhere. It worked for them a few times, so they thought, yeah, we're gonna do it again. Doesn't work. Screamon did his homework. Second, what the fuck do you give Pyke to Stand?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you want to match a bit of the Bard roam and a bit of trades in lane, else you get bullied too much. But if I see Lulu with Aphelios getting bullied in lane a bit, but if I see Lulu with Aphelios, I'm actually worried. If I see Stand on Pyke and losing lane, I know this game is completely free win.
I
Also,
was saying it as well.
I think Cyan with Mundo is not a good top jungle. I saw so many draft opportunities for G2. I think Gwen was the best pick. They took it. Broken Blade played it perfectly. And I don't know, from then on, I think from draft on, this was already GG.
Please?
I have to agree here. Like, I don't like the Mundo at all. I don't like, to be honest, the Vi comes into Mundo, but that's maybe my take. Like, I don't like a champion that goes for the pick against a champion that has 3000 HP minute 15. Then it came out the Rides blind. If I remember correctly, the first rotation was Vi Rides. I like a lot Rides blind because it was overbuffed with the actualizer, like that get 300 gold less on the last patch. So I think even if you counter Rides is still the best mid lane in the game right now. But it's my feeling like this. I think the draft was over when they locked in Aphelios with Pyke, to be honest, as well. Even if
Also,
they go with Lulu,
Sten's-
yeah, no, I mean, Stand with Pyke, I think he had
Listen,
one.
I want to say
game
this really
with Pyke.
quickly. Before the game, Stent had 3 professional games on Pyke. He won 2 of them. So, like, don't get me wrong.
Against who?
There's some, but it's not a lot. I don't
Against
have
who?
the matches. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
okay,
don't have
but-
the matches, but yeah. Keltus, what's your take on game 1, the draft, and how G2 looked?
I mean, I have a lot of feelings about this draft. Like, Heretics completely griefed it. I mean, everyone knows by now that Anivia is a Ryze answer, but Anivia is only good against certain type of drafts. So when you pick Anivia, and then you show Aphelios blind together, now you have 2 short range carries, and I mean, G2 just has a super free Caitlyn angle. I really thought they would just pick Caitlyn on 3, but they picked it on 4 and it still wasn't banned. And then they also get Gwen against 2 HP stacking tanks, like, and then enemy team has
Yeah.
Pyke, like, piss useless champ.
I
I
agree.
think it
Were
looked
you happy to see
unusable.
the Gwen? Keltus, before we went into playoffs last week with Skyart and Solar, we actually talked quite a lot about Gwen and how we're hoping to see more of it. The fact that it came out first game, the fact that it worked, I also liked it into the Scion and the Mundo. Did you like the pick and how Broken Blade played it?
I mean, before I role swapped, I liked to play Shogath AD carry, and Gwen was the most disgusting thing to face because she just one-shots you. And I mean, I can't imagine it's the same if you're Scion and Mundo, which happened, so
Yeah.
it's like a rare OP angle, like Exodia angle.
Let's bring up draft 2 and talk about game 2. I'll stay with you, Keltus, because I kind of thought there's no ways that G2 can play this well again. I actually predicted them to go 2-1 this series. I thought it would take them a little longer to warm up. But game 2, arguably even more impressive against the comp that they were playing. Keltus, what do you think of game 2 and G2's performance?
Yeah, for game 2, I felt like Heretics draft looked playable, but they would have to play really well the macro, and I mean, they simply didn't do that. It looks like they have a superior like 1-3-1 comp, but 1-3-1 is not really meta, and I mean, MF got really targeted, you can say. It didn't
Yeah.
look fun to play. I also have an inferior mid matchup in the early game, which doesn't make it easier.
I have one question about the draft because I saw one pick for Scumont here. You remember the draft? It was Heretics had Azia. Now it was not visible, but you could see Azia, Pantheon, and MF. And Malphite was still open. Is that the freest Malphite jungle you've ever seen in your entire life? That's
I think,
insta-win, no?
I mean, in Korea they played it. Then it got nerfed a bit, and I don't know if
Doesn't Malphite jungle still suck? Doesn't Malphite jungle suck? It hasn't worked in Europe. I'm not a believer.
The thing is, people were blind picking it, first pick. Like, of course, then it's shit. But if you see MF, Azia, and fucking Pantheon, so the match was also good, there's no chance. They cannot do... MF doesn't play, and it's also good against Azia and Pantheon. And here against Nor. Like, against Nor as well.
The Trundle works. The Trundle worked perfect. The Trundle worked perfect. They won in 24 minutes and 22 seconds.
I agree, but wait. I have an idea. Let's put Sendo as the new staff of Fnatic. Actually, he's smart. You can go and draft for them.
Breeze,
Well,
what did
listen,
you think of Game 2
like,
of G2's performance?
I think it was playable for Heretics by far. Like, they have a Pantheon early game. They have a Misfortune that is supposed to take Prio against Kai'Sa, but Science is Nico Kai'Sa, which Nico, I think, is one of the most disgusting support. Like, after level 4, I think she gets Prio almost against everything, even if the AD carry matchup is, let's say like this, Prio-wise. But with the Pantheon, with the global ult from Pantheon, there's no way Kai'Sa and Nico are allowed to push the matchup, you know? After level 6 for Pantheon, for sure. Yeah. Always and the early game should be stronger. Then Misfortune is stronger. Nautilus, okay. Nautilus' first 3 levels, to me, are way stronger than Nico. Pantheon should be stronger than Trundle. But let's say this, they didn't do it. I didn't see like the early game from Heretics that I was expecting. And then it was like, I remember Caps was smurfing a lot actually there, early game. But I needed to watch if there's some replay of it.
I remember Sheo just flipping ganks in mid.
Yeah, yep.
He was just completely flipping ganks on Caps. Sorry.
Everything that stop apologizing. This is what's meant to happen. We're talking, guys. Every early game play from Heretics just didn't work. The counter was better. G2 responded like they didn't land the punches, but punches like attempts were made. I have spent 4 weeks quite literally destroying G2 as and where I could, because I think justifiably so. They were 1 game away from not making playoffs. But I do have to give them some flowers. I have 1 replay from game 2. Look, this is just a victory lap. I apologize to Team Heretics and all of your fans and viewers if you are tuned in, because
there's no fun from the Heretics.
This is a brutal replay. But oh wait, I'm lying to you. This is Keltis'
He's completely flipping.
Tell me, I'm flipping it. You have to tell me why. What was happening here?
Yeah, well, Sheo just lost double scuttle. He's feeling pressured. He wants to make something happen. He can't gank bots. He forces this mid gank, which, oh yay, we're getting a kill. But instantly after this, which surprisingly happens a lot in LEC, where they do this early ganks and then they get instantly punished on the Raptor reset or respawn. So the 2v2 that's going to happen after this, it looks close, but Skumon is actually out with an item advantage. And I feel like this is just the start of G2's
Pantheon didn't reset
just from this 1 gank. Yeah.
He's still there. Pantheon's still there.
He reset this.
He's off tempo. Yeah, he's off tempo. He didn't base. Of course, Trundle is stronger.
He wanted to base in mid, but he just flipped the gank, and he was doing this all game long. Also, another thing. I think if Skumon goes for another item which is not Sheen, this is way easier. By the way, if he just goes Ruby Crystal Longsword or something like this.
Why are you hating?
Yeah, it shouldn't even be close.
You wanted the Malphite, you hate the Trundle, now you hate his build?
Yeah, why are you flaming Skum on the Sendo?
No, he's my boy, but he played really well today. The thing is, am I right or no? Like, Ruby Crystal Longsword here, crazy better start in jungle. It makes no sense.
You think you're better than Skum?
No, of course not. But I think it would be smarter to do this. No?
Let me ask, Keltis, if you change the Sheen for Ruby Crystal Longswords, would that fight that we just watched have gone different, in your opinion?
Unfortunately, I think our co-streamer here is correct. It's way better for skirmishing now to have HP and AD.
Okay.
Skumon, get out.
Okay. I apologize. I give you your props. Keltis, give me another explanation. Can you summarize why the Raptor punish happens quite a lot? Is this a mistake on the team that picks up the first kill? Like, you said you've seen it a lot, so what's the fix?
It's hard to say. I feel like it depends a bit on the draft. Like in this instance, you have Azir against Orianna. Orianna should naturally win pre-6. So by forcing a gank, you're not really relieving Azir that much. Like you should not care that much about this lane, I think. So
Yeah.
if he ganks mid, he should sort of accept that now he's gonna lose a camp for that. I sometimes see junglers like force an early gank and they will always lose a camp in return. And you just have to decide if that's worth it. In this case, it's not worth it, clearly. But it feels like a rookie mistake almost when I watch it.
Which is probably fair to say when you think about the team, the comparisons, and the fact that they had been beaten in 24.5 minutes in the previous game. So there's a lot on the line. Let's move on. We've got another series to talk about. KC versus Giant X. I'm trying to remember. We all said KC. We all went 2-0 except Sendo. You thought GX could take one game. Give me a little bit of explanation as to why, and then what was your take on the series?
I think GX looked very solid sometimes. So I thought they would have one game where they like come together and surprise K-Corp, but they just crumbled under the pressure.
Did both games go badly? What was your take? Like GX, I don't want to say choke, but is that the right word?
Oh, I mean the first game was actually pretty good by them, no? I remember. Was with the
30...
Cassandra draft, the Poppy jungle.
I can actually show you.
Poppy jungle was
we
actually
can actually
smurfing.
bring this up. So take a look at the draft. You can see there on your screen right now. In terms of the KCGX, Keltus, Breeze, do you want to chime in? What do you make of it?
Oh, is that the first game? I thought it was the second
Yes,
one.
this is the first game. This is game one.
Yeah, that should be first game. I
Oh,
go first.
there was a stomp, kinda.
It was a stomp. Yeah, but I have the feel like Noah is a very, very good Ezreal player. So, like, he didn't shine, like, I think this game, because I don't remember it, but when you have Ezreal on Noah, I think you are happy. When you have Bard Ezreal as a bot lane, I think...
40... Just so you know, 49 games played for Noah. KDA 4.8, which is pretty respectable, 50 professional games, but only 49% win ratio. So 24 games or 25 games won.
Well, it might be, I don't know, like, that's my statement. Like, I have a feeling that Noah is a very good Ezreal player. I remember...
No, I agree. It's Korean as well. Korean as well is always crazy good.
He's very aggressive. Like, he's not waiting. Like, if he see the opportunity to deal damage, he does it for sure with no regrets, let's say like this. I have the feeling KC are way stronger than Giant. Like, it's not about. I don't think it's about. There's nothing you can do. I think in every single lane, there's no way there is a player from Giant that can match. Maybe Noah when he has Ezreal, okay. But every single player from KC, I think, are way better than Giant. Which of course doesn't matter because I want to remember everybody. Heretics stomped KC, of course.
For some reason, right? I wonder why.
How do you play it? I really like how Breeze just summarized that. I think on an individual level, and I think as a team, Heretics were the massive underdogs, and it kind of played out that way.
It's me or who?
Kalist? No, Kalist. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm literally reading player names.
What?
Kaltis.
So
what was your take? Because I think Kalist and KC are so much better. I'm literally reading my notes. Sorry.
It's fine. Kalist is just a fanboy stealing my name. I mean, it's like everyone says, like, KC just look solid. Their games are kind of boring because they just play good. And, I mean, Kana has always been a great player, I think. They have Yike, finally some Swedish rep. And draft-wise, like, it's just strong champions together, and they play good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about game 2. Bring up the draft for me, please. This was the game that Sendo, you were talking about just a second ago. Kana was on the Gwen. We have the Poppy jungle for Isma. A little bit more competitive. Look, 34 minutes it took for KC to win. The game only really exploded after 24 minutes. I do have a replay later. But were you a bit more impressed in game 2 for Heretics, Sendo?
For Giant X?
My word, yes, Giant X. Can you tell us later?
My bad. Yes.
I feel like they cooked a bit. K-Corp cooked a bit too much with the Aurora, and what was it? I think Gwen is also not that great here. Usually, usually people pick very good Gwen angles, like for example Broken Blade did. But here, I don't think it's that great of a Gwen angle against Cassante. The matchup is fine, but I feel like she can't play really that well into Poppy, Cassante. And it's not just a meat tank like Cyan or Cho'Gath or something like this, you know? And the Poppy pick was kind of my, what do I say it, hidden joker. Like, if Isma played a bit better, I think he could actually carry the game.
Reese?
I have to disagree a bit. I think the only reason they lost is because Kaliste got too much advantage. Like example, they got a solo kill on they got a 2v2 kills on level 1, which is actually something you expect from Yunara. From level 1 from Yunara is insane. Even if you are playing against Nami Corki, you have to respect the fact that Yunara level 1 is so strong, so you have to give up a bit. I know it sounds like Nami Corki should have prio, but they actually have prio, but after first base, or maybe when the wave starts first bounce. Then they lost, I think, 2 times 2v2. Then they Noah traded a kill 1-for-1 against Kalist. You don't want to give kills to AD carry when you have a Lulu. So I didn't like. If you watch the comp from KC, it's not easy to go in with a Vi against. Yeah, you can't ult Xante. Poppy is annoying. Azir is can disengage as well. They can take a bit of space.
Well, listen, I have a replay.
Yeah, show me.
Reese,
but you confirm what I said, no? You confirm what I said.
Repeat.
Ooh,
say again, Sendo. We had a bit of audio interference.
Yeah.
And Bruce, you confirming what I said. I feel like comp-wise, this was like a better game for it was a game that Giant X could have won if
but
they
you
didn't
said
get
that if Poppy played better,
Kingdoms, you know.
Yeah, but I said
if
I think Kaliste. Yeah, what's up?
If Poppy played better, he could have carried because he was doing good.
Yeah, play better against a Yunara 10-0. Yeah, play better. You can play better.
Yeah, like Bowers,
listen, hold on. Boom. We've got one last replay. It's the KC Giant X game 2. Look, KC are up 1,000 gold. Giant X are up 3 dragons. It's 23 minutes. In my head, this game can still go kind of either way. But GX start this Baron. Sendo is. Can I blame Isma? Can I say it's his fault? I mean, that's not fair.
Please look at Lot. Please look at Lot. Look at Lot. He has one job. Look what he does. He has one job. Look at him. Okay.
Oh my god.
No, I think Isma did a 8 out of 10 performance, but he could have done a 10 out of 10, you know?
Yeah.
I think Lot, for example, he completely inted, bot lane completely inted. I'm not blaming Isma.
Okay.
I just said he had like a
I've restarted
carry,
it. I've restarted it, and I'll keep a little bit of a focus on Lot. Damn it,
crazy.
Keltis. Now that we're in the replay, what do you make of this fight? Like, is it fair to say GX could have won this game from this point?
I was very, very deep in my sleep at this game.
Okay.
Judging from the replay, I don't think lot matters. Like, this fight looks pretty lost. Kyaho instantly one-shots Nami at the start of the fight and just have a good setup.
Yeah, I think the best scenario, Giant gets the Nashor, but I think they get demolished in the team fight.
3 people.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think
Nash
is
for
better.
5.
I agree.
Yeah.
Nash for 5, so they lose all the buffs. KC take away the win. And then clean this up.
Also, Poppy's no ult.
2-0.
Poppy's no ult.
I have the feeling Sendo just wanted to flame Lot for no reason.
Lot had a very bad 2 games. He had very bad 2 games, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Like,
you blame the call.
Hard. Guys, it's hard to be an impressive looking jungler on a champion like Poppy if the whole team is falling apart from the lanes. Like, what are you meant to do? I mean, he's still got 3 dragons. 23 minutes in the game. They still got 3 drakes.
He's flaming Poppy for no reason. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not flaming. I'm saying I know Isma. I'm trusting my boy. I know he can do more, you know? He did very well, but he could have done even more, you know? And carry his fucking...
Yeah. What are you?
Top laner.
0-3 top lane, 0-4 mid lane, 0-11 bot lane. What is this supposed to do?
I'm not blaming. I'm trusting. I'm trusting.
Oh, you're trusting.
I have I have one last segment before we have to wrap up for today because we're running out of time for the plan. Okay, I want to show you the playoff bracket going into round 2. For everybody that is watching, if you don't know, Friday and Saturday will be 2 more sets of double BO3s. Winners and losers will then play each other again, well, up and down, on Sunday, Monday. It's a 4-day week. Super quickly, I will let you know that SkyArt predicted G2 to lose last week. SkyArt actually thought in our bracket that Heretics would advance. Okay, first of all, that's wrong. So I want to quickly get some consensus. What I want to do is get some predictions. KCG2.
Wasn't it Solar?
I want to get. It was SkyArt. No, SkyArt 100% got to pick that one. Sola and I were on the G2 are going to win train. But I'm glad you watched. That makes me really happy.
Oh.
Okay, let's go very quickly. KC versus G2. Who do we think is going to win?
Who goes first?
Go for it, Bruce.
Listen, like, based on what I'm watching this season, I have to go for KC.
Okay.
But you never know. With G2, you never know. I'm going for KC. Okay? But you never know.
Okay, you're going to go KC. Sendo, what's your prediction?
5? Oh, no, it's best of 3. It's best of 3.
These are best of 3s. These are best of 3s. These are best of 3s. So, Bruce is leading KC. What's your vote?
Oh, it's a hard one. I agree with Chris. Like, I feel like K-Corp is on a better level, but it's G2, and I feel like they played very well against Heretics, and Caps is on top form.
Are you going G2 or KC?
I'm going to trust G2. I'm going to say 2-1. 2-1
you agree with me and then you go for G2.
Okay, that's fine.
What?
But
Celtics,
your decision is both could have won, no?
I have to be a doubter. I think G2 have to do a lower bracket run for the...
So you're going that way.
So
okay,
yeah.
Well, look, I'm going to say this. My responsibility is to be the host and to ask questions. So that's the first matchup that is now wrapped up. Let's talk Koi versus Na'Vi. I'll start with Keltis. Put you on the spot now. Who's going to win between these 2 teams?
Na'Vi, 100%.
You're going Na'Vi? 2-0 or 2-1?
2-1.
You're going to go 2-1. Sendo?
Koi 2-1. I think Koi wins this.
Okay. Deciding votes. Brees, take this seriously now. Who do you think?
What do you mean? What? I always take it seriously. Listen, what is
no
this?
no pressure, bro.
Well, I think Na'Vi right now showed to be the better team. I'm sure about this. Like, without the Chronover, Koi wasn't supposed to be even there. So I am for Na'Vi and I am for 2-1 as well.
Okay, so let's bring this up now. Okay, let me do some quick updates. So we're going to eliminate Koi, right, from this one. That means Navi's going over here. Look at this technology team. Casey's going over there. I don't need to worry about the losers brackets. Let's talk about the next matchup. Sendo, we'll start with you. Giant X versus Team Heretics. Are these both your homeboys? Is that a fair thing to say? What's your take on GX Heretics and who's going to pick up the win and who is being eliminated from versus playoffs?
I have to say, Heretics has no Spanish inside them anymore, so the homeboy thing is gone now. So I wanted to make this clear, and I think it depends which Heretics we get. I think if they play well, they could win. But both teams played horrible, and I think Giant X is a bit more stable. I'm gonna go with Giant X. 2-0 Giant X.
Reese?
Yeah, like I'm sure Giants are gonna win, like as well. They look better than Heretics, except for one game. Yeah, I'm for 2-0. I'm 2-0 Giant.
Giant X again, Keltis. Any differing opinion, or is it going to be GX?
Well, GX have 2 Koreans.
Yes.
So I'll say GX.
Nice, guys.
Okay, that's unanimous vote. Unanimous vote. Okay, so that means Team Heretics will be eliminated. GX will be advancing.
Oh, let me talk first here, quick, please, buddy.
Okay, so there we go. Hold on. I gotta remember the buttons. This is where GX go. Okay, now we're going Fnatic versus Vitality. I think I know what this vote's going to be, but Brees,
no.
The floor is yours, my friend.
Say bye-bye to Fnatic. Oh, I will love when it will happen. I'm waiting for that moment. I'm tagging the guy from Fnatic. I don't remember the name. I will tag the guy that made this roster. Like, I think worst Fnatic roster since they exist.
Let's go to Cultus. Are you going Vitality over Fnatic here?
Oh, this is a very hard decision, but I'm gonna have to say Vitality will win.
Thank you, Kalist.
Yeah.
That was good. Let's find out from Fnatic's most recently hired staff member, coach, pro player, cook, general manager, Sendo. How is Fnatic going to do against Vitality?
I have to agree here. I think Fnatic is not a team right now, and I'm really suffering for my boy Razork, because I know he has what it takes. Like I know he has what it takes to win the LEC, but right now he is surrounded by people who drag him down. So they're gonna drag him into the abyss, and Fnatic is gonna go 0-2. They're gonna lose.
This has been amazing. Let's quickly update the graphics so it's done officially and finally. I'll do this one just because this feels like the energy that's been happening on the show. Just change the color a little bit, and we'll do VIT over here. Okay, cool. I need to take a screenshot of this one. So this is now saved for us to review in a couple weeks' time. I'm going to say thank you so much to everybody. We've done a very special episode. We got to the interview at the beginning. This is our first 3-person conversation since episode 1. Let's do a quick shout out where everybody can find your channels, because I know Breeze, Sendo, Cultus, different audiences. Hey, it's even on my channel too. Cultus, what's your streams, and when are you streaming? Can any Europeans watch you?
Yes, I stream every day at like 10 or 11 a.m. CT, now at least. Caltis or Calista, depends how you spell it. Normally it's Caltis though. On Twitter, Twitch,
I'm so
YouTube.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sendo, you're next.
I stream almost every day. Hard worker. I never take time off. So whenever you check my Twitch channel, which is Zen0O, I'm probably online. And same on every other social. Zen0O. Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, there you can find me.
Nice. Reese.
Well, listen, like, every time I watch this guy from Spain, he's inting, like, he's playing topside, he's got 0-10, and then he wins, and he's challenger, like, I don't know. I'm stuck at 800 LP, I'm so tilted, I lost 100 LP today. Anyway, if you want to see me, I'm in my channel from Twitch, Breeze94, Breeze94 on YouTube as well. I don't do TikTok, Breeze.lol on Instagram. That's all.
Thank you all so much. I will bring this group together again when we have a little bit more time, and we'll talk about solo queue adventures, and we'll actually do some stats. I'll do some digging into your accounts. We'll look at the different champions you play. We'll look at win rates. Let's have an ego off and see who performs better. That's to look forward to. Breeze, Sendo, Cultus, Kalist. I'm so sorry. Good night. Goodbye. You guys can go. You can turn off your streams. I'll see you soon. Cheers.
It's me, Mario.
Oh, whatever.
Bye, boys. Bye.
Ciao. Oh, there we go. Another episode in the bag. Massive thank you to Crowny and Tavelia for joining, for sticking around for over half an hour to talk about their journey, despite the fact that the team doesn't exist anymore. The project is over. Secondly, that's the first time we've had Cultus on the show, and it is a daunting task to be chucked in between Breeze and Sendo's conversation, and the two boys are very high energy. I loved it. I will ask once again for anybody to please share their feedback with me. Please let me know if there's any thoughts, anything you liked, anything you disliked. We're still working on the graphics. We're working on guests every week. Hopefully the show will keep looking and getting better. At QuickShot on Twitter, or at in the HopEUm podcast channel on the G2 Discord. I'll also say, specifically to the G2 Discord, you all correctly predicted the results of this week's games better than some of my analysts did. So how about we take a second and we take a look at the Winamax-ing predictions. I'll show you the table once again for analysts and co-streamers predicted. We nailed it for G2 and Na'Vi. We had a couple of dissenting opinions for Vitality over Koi, for both Cultus and Solar, and then one random Heretics over G2. I'm going to be asking Solar to verify that next week. And I will actually say Sendo gave me the correct prediction. It was Solar, not Skyart. So what does this do for the scores? The way that this does work, if you correctly predict the winner, you get 1 point. If you correctly predict the score line, you get another point. So I'm sitting at 7. Brees and Sendo, I should have given them their flowers, 6 points apiece. Keltis and Solar bringing up the rear at 4. That was your Winamax Ing predictions game here on HopEUm. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. It was really fun. Probably one of the highest energy conversations we've had. I'm tired. It's late. I love you all. And I'll see you next week for another episode of HopEUm.